You are doing everything right, and that is exactly what makes this so confusing. You are fasting. You are walking after meals. You are avoiding sugar. You are reading all the science. Yet, the belly fat is still there, quiet, stubborn, unmoving, almost as if your body is deliberately working against you. And in this moment, many people turn inward and start blaming themselves. Maybe I just don't have enough willpower? No, this is no longer a habit problem. This is a story of biology that is stuck. Let me say something plainly, something very few videos dare to say at the beginning. You cannot lose belly fat if one specific organ inside you is overloaded. Not your muscles, not your stomach, your liver. The liver is not just an alcohol filter, as it's often described. Biologically, the liver is the central command of energy regulation. It decides whether energy is burned or locked away. When the liver is healthy, fat is released. When the liver is congested, fat is held no matter how disciplined you are. And the unsettling truth is this. Many people are not overweight at all, but their liver is. Lean on the outside, congested on the inside. When you exercise or fast, fat from your belly is released into the bloodstream. It must pass through the liver to be processed. But if liver cells are already packed with fat, the liver puts up a "do not enter" sign. Biology does not argue. It protects itself. The fat has nowhere to go, so it circulates in the blood and then settles right back where it came from. That's why it feels like you're doing everything right, but your body refuses to respond. The real question isn't how much you eat. It's this. Is that energy even allowed to enter the system? One of the biggest drivers of this metabolic traffic jam isn't fat, it's fructose. Unlike glucose, which every cell in your body can use, fructose has only one place to go, the liver. When the liver is overloaded with fructose, it has no choice. It turns it into new fat. Directly. No debate, no warning. And it doesn't stop there. This process drains cellular energy, produces uric acid, and damages mitochondria, meaning you are creating fat while simultaneously breaking the fat-burning engine. This is not a moral failure. It is a biological response. So how do you fix it? Not with juice cleanses, not with miracle teas, but by repairing the flow of metabolism. For the liver to export fat, it needs a transport system. That system relies on specialized lipoproteins, and to build them, the liver requires choline. Without choline, fat becomes trapped, like a warehouse full of goods with no delivery trucks. This is why so many people eat clean, fear eggs, avoid yolks, and yet their liver becomes more congested over time. When bile doesn't flow, waste doesn't leave. When waste doesn't leave, inflammation rises. And when inflammation rises, the liver grips fat even tighter. This is a closed biological loop, and it cannot be broken by motivation alone. Here's the remarkable part. The liver is the most regenerative organ in the human body. When the right signals are present, it heals quickly. Within weeks of correct biological signaling, not force, you begin to feel the change before you see it. Energy stabilizes. Mental fog lifts. And then, finally, the belly fat begins to respond. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, honestly, how long have you been fighting fat on the outside without ever asking where the blockage is on the inside? If this speaks to your experience, leave a comment. No long story needed. Just write, "I'm stuck," not to complain, but to acknowledge something important. This is not a personal failure. This is biology that has never been properly explained. This video is not here to make you try harder. It's here to help you stop fighting your body and start fixing the right system. There is one more missing piece that many fat loss videos intentionally ignore. Because it isn't sexy, it isn't fast, and it doesn't sell the feeling of do this now and see results immediately. That peace is empty time for the liver to repair itself. The liver cannot process incoming food, clear waste, and burn fat at the same time. Biology does not multitask the way your phone does. Every time you eat, even when you eat clean, the liver must prioritize handling incoming energy. And as long as that flow continues, the liver has no permission to turn inward and clear its stored fat. This is why so many people eat less, eat well, exercise consistently, yet feel, my body is always holding on. Not because you are doing something wrong, but because your liver has never had enough space to do deep work. When liver glycogen is depleted, when the body truly runs out of fast energy, the liver is forced to open its own storage. That is when fat inside liver cells finally begins to burn. Not because of willpower, because of survival. And there is another quiet saboteur here: industrial seed oils. They don't make you gain weight overnight. They cause slow inflammation in the liver, and fat becomes glued inside liver cells. When fat oxidizes, the liver responds by gripping it even tighter. Biology always chooses safety over efficiency. Changing the type of fat you consume is not a small detail. It is a biological signal telling the liver that the environment is safer, less volatile, and that it can start letting stored energy go. And this is the most important thing I want you to understand, because it directly affects your mindset. The liver does not need you to be perfect. The liver needs you to be consistent. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to reset your life starting Monday. The liver responds to signals that are repeated, predictable, and low stress. When those signals last long enough, the system unlocks itself. Many people wait to see a smaller waist before believing they are on the right path. But biology works in reverse. You feel lighter before you look lighter. You sleep deeper before your waist changes. You crave less before the scale moves. If you are in a phase where past efforts have left you exhausted, doubting yourself, and feeling like my body just won't cooperate, remember this: your body is not betraying you. It is simply protecting you in the only way biology knows how. If you see yourself in these words, leave a comment. No long explanation needed. Just write, "Now I understand why I was stuck." Not to prove anything to anyone else, but to begin seeing your body through a new lens. What comes next is not more effort. It is clearing the path so your body can move forward on its own. Before this video ends, I want you to hold on to one single thing, not a rule, not a protocol, and not a promise to change your body. Hold on to this way of seeing. Your body is not broken, it is not lazy, and it is not working against you. It is simply operating according to biology in an environment it has been forced to stay alert in for too long. Belly fat is not the enemy. It is a signal of a system that has been stuck. And when that system is cleared, the body knows exactly what to do next. You don't need more pressure. You don't need to try harder than everyone else. What you need is to send the right signals back, long enough, calm enough, and consistent enough for the liver to understand. It's safe now. There's no need to hold on anymore. Real change doesn't arrive when you push your willpower to the limit. It arrives when you stop fighting yourself, when you stop treating your body like a problem that needs urgent fixing, and start treating it like a system that needs a knot untangled. If this video helps you see your body differently, even just a little, stay with this channel, not to find another trick, but to understand your own biology more deeply, day by day. And if you're in a season of feeling tired, slow, or stuck, remember this: when the engine is repaired, the machine runs on its own. You don't need to push. You just need to clear the path.